everyone! Today we're going to be reading a very silly book, which is several different variations on the story of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. And it is by Allan Ahlberg, and the pictures are by Jessica Ahlberg. I believe they're a husband and wife team that writes and draws pictures and storybooks together. And it has some tiny little drawings, so I'll move it in close so that you'll be able to see. But this is Goldilocks, up and out of bed, bright and early. She hasn't even had her breakfast. The moon and stars have faded. The sun is rising. The dew is sparkling on the grass, and she is ready for adventure. Here she is, going off through the woods. And here is a little bear. And you can pull this little tab, and then you pull it down and you see it. It says, bears love buns. A bun is like a sticky muffin with some frosting on top. Maybe a little berry or some raisins. Yummy. Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Let's see if this one's familiar to you. There was once a cheeky girl. Her name, or nickname rather, on account of her corn-colored hair, was Goldilocks. One morning, Goldilocks went for a walk in the woods, found a little cottage, climbed in through a window, and messed around for a bit. The cottage was the home of the Three Bears. Oh, let's see. Well, Goldilocks sat on a little chair, and she broke it. She came upon a little bowl of porridge and ate it. She climbed the stairs, jumped into a little bed, and fell asleep in it. Then homeward came the bears. The great big father bear saw the open window. The middle-sized mother bear saw the broken chair. And the little small wee bear, also known as baby bear, saw the empty porridge bowl. "Who's been eating my porridge?" she cried. There he is, weeping so many tears. After that, the by now extremely grumpy bears searched the house. They looked in the kitchen and the kitchen cupboards, and in the wardrobe, and behind it, and under the beds, and in them. "Who's this sleeping in my bed?" cried Baby, also known as the little small wee bear. Then up jumped Goldilocks. "Me!" she yelled. She really was a cheeky girl. After that, Goldilocks shot off like a bullet down the stairs and all the way home to her own house and her own porridge. Well, Choco Pops, actually. There she is, running away from the bears. Meanwhile, the great big father bear and the middle-sized mother bear cuddled up to their little small wee bear and gave him some of their porridge, and later on a boiled egg in his own little egg cup, and some bread and butter toast to dip in it, and a cup of tea, and later on still a lovely little bun. Bears love buns. So those are all the things that he got. He got some of their porridge, he got some toast, he got an egg in a little cup, and now he's having a bun. Oh my, that cheered him up a lot. Alright, are you ready for another one? This one's going to be a little bit similar, but you might notice some differences. It is called Goldilocks and the 33 Bears. Here's that cheeky girl again, Goldilocks by name, off once more out into the woods. There she goes, having a little skip, whistling a little tune to herself, and eating a little bag of chips. And then what? Goldilocks found an absolutely huge cottage. Look at how big it is. Climbed in through one of its numerous windows and once more messed around for a bit. This cottage was the home of the 33 Bears. Well, Goldilocks sat on a great many chairs and broke most of them. Look at how many chairs there are. Oh dear. She came upon a great many bowls of porridge and ate too many of them. She climbed the stairs with her terribly bulgy tummy, flopped down on the nearest bed, there were dozens of them, and fell asleep in it. Then homeward came the bears. That is a lot of bears. The great big father bear saw the open window. The middle-sized mother bear saw the broken chair. The tall, skinny teenage bear saw very little. They were dawdling in the woods. The younger bears saw nothing at all. They were having a sleepover at their friend's house. And the very baby bear also saw nothing. She was having a sleepover on her daddy's back. But the little small wee bears, there were 2 of them, they saw everything. "Who's been eating our porridge?" they cried. "Who's this sleeping in our bed?" Then, just as before, up jumped Goldilocks. "Me!" she cheekily cried, and shot off down the stairs, out the door, straight into the furry arms of the tall and skinny teenage bears. "Hey there," said the teenage bears. There she is, trying to run away. After that, Goldilocks got a telling off from the great big father bear and the middle-sized mother bear. She had to make the bed she had slept in, and wash up the porridge bowls she had eaten from. Then home she went. The little small wee bears, meanwhile, were cuddled and consoled by their mommy and daddy. They got a boiled egg each, and by, a bun. Freshly baked and sweetly smelling from the oven, with delicious juicy raisins and candied fruit, dusted with sugar and cinnamon. Bears love buns. There is the great big cottage of the 33 bears, and Goldilocks cleaning up all the mess that she had made. Goldilocks and the Bleam. The Bleam. Let's see. This one, we're going to need to learn some alien words. There was once, or rather will be, in the year 2076, a cheeky girl named Goldilocks. One day she went for a walk in the woods and found a little spaceship, or Trude, climbed in through the porthole, or bottle, and messed around for a bit. This was the Trude, or spaceship, of the 3 Bleam. So it looks kind of like the cottage where it's white with a yellow roof, except this one is a little spaceship. Now we gotta learn our alien words. It comes with a little dictionary at the top. Let's see. So a chair is going to be called a crip. And the porridge is going to be called spoots. And the bed is going to be called a voodoo tog. An egg is a plob. The little egg cup is a plob cup. And instead of the bears, it's going to be the 3 Bleam. Those are the aliens. Alright, are you ready for this? See if you can figure it out. Well, Goldilocks sat in the little crib or chair and broke it. And she came upon a little bowl of spoots, or porridge, sort of, and ate it. And jumped into the little voodoo tog, or bed, and fell asleep in it. Then homeward came the Bleam. The father Bleam saw the open bottle. The mother Bleam saw the broken crib. The baby Bleam saw his empty spoots bowl. "Who's been doddering my spoots?" he cried. After that, the grumpy Bleam searched their Trude from top, yop, to bottom, squud. They looked in the Podwits and the Podwits cupboards, and in the Wiffle Sprout and behind it, and under the voodoo togs and in them. "Who's this snopperink in my voodoo tog?" cried the baby Bleam. Goldilocks then jumped up and ran off to her own cottage, or pod, actually. Meanwhile, the father Bleam and the mother Bleam cuddled up to their sad little baby Bleam and gave him some of their spoots, and later on a boiled plob in his own little plob cup, and some bread and butter toast to dip in it, and a little cup of smit, and later on still a lovely boozle. Bleams love boozles. What do you think the boozle was? I bet you can guess. Alright, this I think is going to be the last one we're going to read tonight. Goldilocks and the Furniture. Once upon a time there was a chair, a porridge bowl, and a bed. Their names were Horace, Morris, and Boris, and they all lived happily together in a cottage named Number 12. They belonged to a baby bear who lived in the cottage with his mommy and daddy. Now then, one fine day, a naughty, cheeky girl named Goldilocks got into their cottage and tried to sit on the chair and eat from the porridge bowl and sleep in the bed. "Help! Help!" cried Horace the chair, and he jumped out of the way so that Goldilocks fell on the floor. "No, no!" cried Morris the porridge bowl, and he jumped out of the way, and Alice the spoon hit Goldilocks on the nose. Woo! Woo! Howled Boris the bed, and his sheet, named James, flew up into the air like a ghost and almost frightened Miss Goldilocks away. After that, the cottage, number 12, locked herself up safe and sound until that lucky little baby bear came home for his breakfast. He sat on Horace the chair, ate his porridge out of Morris the porridge bowl, and later on had a lovely little nap in Boris the bed with no worries at all. Goldilocks, however, got home to find her cottage in shambles, especially the kitchen. The cups and plates, it seemed, had been playing a game on the table. Yes, baseball by the look of it. And Goldilocks' mummy, of course, when she came home, blamed her. Because would Goldilocks' mom believe that the plates were playing baseball? She said, "Why is there this big mess?" All right. So, I think those were some silly variations on the Goldilocks story. I hope you guys enjoyed them and you noticed some of the differences. What did you think? I really, really like how the furniture came alive, or how there were 33 bears in one house. A very silly way to change the story. All right, friends, have a good night, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!